Hey, we are at the Houston Hobby Airport where the wait time for TSA is hours long due to the government shutdown.
Okay, and they should have clear British checks.
I'm at the airport in New Orleans, leaving from the garage. I'm coming out. We're still not even all the way down. This is just to get the TSA pre-check. It is so backed up. Wait till you see the end.
This is awesome.
Why am I at the airport and the TSA line was super long? So of course I asked the TSA agent, like, have you guys gotten paid yet? No, still haven't gotten paid. He said that they told them that it's not their pay cycle. It's not their pay cycle, so they haven't paid them. So one, if you're traveling, make sure that you get to the airport early because the lines are insane. But two, if you're traveling and you're in those insane lines, be patient with TSA because they still haven't gotten paid. And they don't get paid until next week, which is absolutely insane after not being paid for a month and a half. 6 weeks. Be patient and be kind.
The fact that this is actually happening is kind of unbelievable.
Do you expect the government shutdown to make this happen?
No, I didn't. Open it back up, I guess. I'm over it.
So TSA workers aren't getting paid once again because of a partial government shutdown. And nobody's talking about this, or I haven't seen it come across my feed at least. And I made a video a week or two ago about a young lady who said, why can't we all just quit our jobs and let everybody figure it out? This is why. Look at that line. People are going to travel. People are going to spend money. And people are always going to need something from other humans. We live on a barter system. You have a service that I need, and then I have a service that you need. And whenever you need my service, you come to me and you pay me. And when I need a service from you, I come to you and I pay you. For example, I'm going on a cruise for my birthday the week of the 20th. I'm paying money to enjoy the cruise, the food, the activities, the room service, you name it. We all live on the barter system. We're just trading time. That's what it's about. It's the revolving door of trading each other's time. And I can't even be mad at TSA workers because this has been going on not for days, but for weeks and weeks. And so can you imagine showing up to work for 20 plus days and you don't get a paycheck? Most of y'all would flip a switch. And so I get it. Now, what I call out in this economy, knowing I need a job, probably not for me. But you never know what someone's breaking point is, especially since this is what, the third or fourth time that this has happened in a short amount of time? Yeah, no.
A reminder, since I'm seeing a lot of people complain, that this is because of things like this. And if you don't want this, then tell your senators to stop funding this. Cool.
Yo guys, it's another day that we need to talk about the slow service in the TSA or the slow service in airports. Especially most affected airports is that of Houston. This is because of TSA checkups. These TSA checkups are slow because the workers in there are boycotting, or maybe they're striking, or maybe the preferred word to say would be they are striking because of delays in payment. And this has also been brought about by the partial shutdown of the government, which has happened now, I think, for the second time under the Trump's administration, or since Trump took over power last year, January. And so, where you would have thought that maybe the first government shutdown would have taught the government a lesson, and maybe they might have come and sit down and agreed on some things such that they would prevent such things like this to happen in future, it seems like some of these issues were not addressed, and hence the consequences right now is having longer lines. Look, the minimum time for someone to end their checks currently, the minimum amount of time that one would take before they they are cleared by security would be around 3 hours. You can just imagine the hustle bustle that one has to go through in order to get to the next stop. It's completely hectic, but this is what people voted for, and maybe they are now realizing that they made a mistake. Before we get deeply into this matter, I want to urge you to listen to the remaining speakers, and after that we're gonna give our unsolicited commentary. So stick around and let's go.
Okay, we are back here at Hobby Airport as of 8 a.m. this morning on Monday. The same thing that we're seeing Sunday. Lots of people waiting here in the passenger pickup outdoor area. This is where TSA screening starts. Look at all these people, and it goes further down. In my next video, I'll show you where the line starts. This is right outside baggage claim. Really got a feel for people who just want to travel for spring break and are having to deal with these long TSA wait times and lines. Online, it's showing about 3 hours, but I would argue being here 4 or 5 hours before, like yesterday, because we already spoke to 2 women who missed their flights because of these long security lines. Due to the partial government shutdown, TSA staffing will vary from shift to shift. So you want to get here as early as you can. Airlines can only do their best to rebook another flight. They don't compensate if you miss it because of the line.
Yeah, so I'm here at the Hobby Airport in Houston, and I'm gonna give y'all the real tea because I feel like on social media y'all are really hyping up the situation. Y'all not giving the real tea. First of all, y'all saying come 5 hours earlier. I got here 4.5 hours earlier. They would not let me check my bag anyway. So if you have a bag to check, you have to wait till you're 4 hours before your flight or less before you can check your bag. I will say you should check it online if you can, and pay for your bags online if you can. That way you could just print your boarding pass at the little kiosk real quick, and then you have to get on a bag drop line, which that took me, I will say, about 10 to 15 minutes. It was very long. That was actually pretty long. But after that, it went pretty quick. Everybody just dropped their bags off. For TSA and Clear is open right now. It's 4:48 a.m. It is open. I literally went right through. It took me 5 minutes to get through the TSA checkpoint. That's it, because I have TSA and Clear. Now, if you don't have TSA and or Clear, the line was very long. I will say that you definitely probably should get here at least like 4 hours before your flight. Not more, because you have to check your bag anyway. If you have no bag to check, then I would still say 4 hours is good because you don't have to wait on the bag drop line. You could just hop on the TSA line. But honestly, I feel like social media really hyped it up. But maybe that's just me. Again, if you have Clear and pre-check like me, please don't rush here too early, because now it's 4:49 and I'm sitting here at the gate because there is no airport lounge, and my flight is at 8:10 a.m. So I'm pissed, but I guess it's better than missing my flight. Have a good day, y'all.
Hey you guys, how are you? So listen, if you are leaving Houston and if you have heard the news about the long wait lines at security, they are true. My flight was at, or is at 3 p.m. It is now almost 2:30. I got to the airport at 11 a.m. and the line literally down the stairs, around the corner, and out towards the garage. Thank God I have TSA. But even that line was long. The Clear line, those people who have Clear, that line went for probably almost it's long. When they say get to the airport 3 hours before, you can get there 5 hours before. I just sat here and watched people sprint to the gate and missed their flight. They had been in TSA, in the lines for TSA for 3 hours and missed their flight. This is just a public service announcement. I'm trying to get home, and I'm leaving Houston Hobby. Everything that they are saying about the wait times, they're not exaggerating. They are not exaggerating. So, conduct yourself accordingly, and I hope that you all have safe travels. All right, I've got to go through Dallas, God help me, and then on home. All right, so just want to chime in to say that if you follow me and if you're traveling and if you've come through Houston Hobby, yeah, the lines are no joke. In fact, when I dropped off my rental car, the guy was like, "You guys heard about the news, right? You heard that it was going to be a mess at the airport, right?" It's true, okay? Don't try to wait until an hour before. Don't try to wait 2 hours before. You can make it 5 hours. Those people are standing in that line 3 to 4 hours. Thank God I had TSA pre-check. I don't think I was in line 10 minutes. But don't count on that, okay? I'm already at the gate. I've been here several hours, and I'm going to be on this side of the line. So just make sure that you guys use your time, take your time, and the gate agents, there's nothing they can do. If you are caught up in the TSA mess, they're going to do their best to try to put you on the next flight, but there's nothing that they can do, and they're not holding the planes. They are not holding planes, okay? So be careful, be safe, and safe.
That last speaker, there was so much background noise that you couldn't even decipher what she was talking about. But hey, let's talk about the TSA and how the travelers are now becoming stranded or are losing hope with the airports where they are trying to board both domestic and international flights. Well, this has been brought about by what we've established as the partial government shutdown and also the TSA workers who have been boycotting or striking because of failure to satisfy compensation for the previous month at least. And so we ask ourselves this question, right? Can someone be motivated to continue doing a work when they clearly are being denied to be paid? The administration promised to provide jobs or to create jobs for Americans and also to maintain those that are in there and to ensure that there's longevity in it. But it seems like the administration doesn't care anyways. After the government shutdown, the first government shutdown, a lot was discussed and a lot was put on the table, and it seems like some of these things are being ignored, and because they're being ignored, the most affected ones are TSA workers. I'm just wondering, how would the administration address this whole situation? How are the people in the conservative sides feeling about this thing? Are they contented? Are they on the verge of calling out the government in order for them to pull up their socks and at least address this matter? Or are they just okay with what is going on right now? For the progressives, they feel like it's high time for MAGA to lie on bed, and this is the time now that they are really finding out after effing around for the very long time. Remember, even as I'm shooting this video, there is still that problem. We're just going to monitor the situation and see if going into the other week we're gonna have still the same situation or there will be changes. But hey guys, I need you guys to share your thoughts and opinions of how you feel about this whole situation. What do you think has caused these long lines or long queues in major airports, especially Houston, Texas? Also, what can be done in order to prevent such things in future, because this is really hectic for both travelers from domestic side and from the international side, because waiting for 3 hours in order to get through security, that means that you are likely to miss flights which are not refundable. That proves to be very costly. Many people do not afford that. If this issue can be addressed, it can be addressed by first people sharing their thoughts, so that major policy changes or those people who create bills, create different forms of policies can read through and try to integrate some of these opinions that are being spoken about by their own citizens, so that the ultimate flow or state of flow that was there before can be achieved, and even it can be used to make better decisions going forward. Also guys, don't forget to go and check the creators that are featured in this video today. Go onto their TikToks, like, follow their accounts, like their videos, and for this specific upload, make sure you smash a huge thumbs up button, consider subscribing, turn on post notifications so that you may not miss my next upload. And with that guys, Danny here, signing out. Peace.